This is the story of Mara, the embodiment of attachment, craving, and everything that keeps us from realizing our true nature. And if you stick around until the end, I'll share something special with you. Something I learned that I think you're really gonna like. So, stick around. Let's get into the story. There was a young man named Siddhartha, and he'd already figured out that life was hard, but he hadn't figured out why yet. So he decides to get some answers. He goes to see a wise hermit, and the hermit says, "Okay, look, you want to know how to end suffering? Here's what you gotta do. You gotta go live in the forest. You gotta be very still. You gotta meditate, and then you'll figure it out." So he does it. He goes to the forest. He sits down underneath this big old tree called the Bodhi tree. He sits down, closes his eyes, and immediately all kinds of stuff starts happening. First, he sees a bunch of demons coming at him, and these demons represent all the stuff that distracts us from our practice. Things like our attraction to other people or food or our addictions. So he's sitting there meditating, and they come running up to him and they say, Hey, stop meditating, dude. Come party with us. There's great food and drinks and girls there. Don't you want to come check it out? And he's just sitting there meditating, and he doesn't even acknowledge them. And so then they keep coming at him, and they start showing him visions of all the delicious foods he used to eat before he started meditating. And he's just not having any of it. He's sitting there meditating. So then they send out their best demon, the strongest one they have, and that one shows up and says, "Hey, dude, come on. Stop meditating. You want to know the truth about life? Here it is. Life is suffering. It's full of misery and sadness and pain. You might as well just accept it. You can't get away from it. Why aren't you just come chill with us and have a good time instead of sitting here meditate?" And he's just sitting there meditating. Then Mara says, "You know what? Screw this guy. I'm done. I'm going to take it to his leader and see what he says." So Mara runs off to tell his boss what's going on. And Mara's boss is the Lord of the world of illusion, and his name is Mara. Now, you might be thinking, hold up, isn't Mara the Lord of the world of illusion? Isn't Mara the one who embodies all those negative forces? Well, yes, but Mara actually has a boss too. And that boss is also named Mara. So Mara, the lesser, goes to Mara, the greater, and he tells him what's going on. And Mara, the greater, says, "Listen, I need you to go back there, and I need you to do whatever it takes to get that guy to stop meditating. Because if he doesn't stop meditating, he is gone now. Figure out the truth about life, and that could destroy my entire universe because everybody here is addicted to suffering. That's how my universe works. If they stop suffering, then my job is gone. So please go do whatever it takes to get him to stop meditating." So Mara goes back out to where Siddhartha is meditating, and he shows up in his full glory. He looks super scary, and he comes over and he yells at Siddhartha and he says, "Hey, what are you doing here? What do you think you're doing sitting here meditating? Do you realize who I am? I'm Mara, the Lord of Illusion, and this world is my world. Like, I control everything that happens here. And you're sitting here meditating like you're more important than me? Like, do you have any idea how offended I am? You gotta stop doing that right now." And Siddhartha doesn't say anything. He's just sitting there meditating. Then Mara says, "Listen, I've been very nice to you up until this point, but I'm done being nice. Like, I'm gonna make you suffer right now." And with that, he sends out a massive army. Like hundreds and hundreds of demons come running out, and they all make a circle around C. And Mara yells at them. He says, "Hey, show him what I've shown you. Make him stop. Show him how amazing the world is. Make him forget why he came out here in the first place." So the demons start making circles around him, and they start waving all kinds of stuff in front of him. They have beautiful women there. Like scantily clad, drop-dead, gorgeous women. They have mountains of delicious food. They have gold coins and jewelry. And they're putting it all in front of him like, "Hey, come check this stuff out. It's awesome, right? Why are you sitting here meditating when you could be having a good time? Come on, man." And he's sitting there meditating, not even looking at them, and they keep coming at him. And they keep coming at him, and they keep coming at him. And finally, he gets fed up with it. He opens his eyes and he looks at Mara and he says, Mara, get out of here. Stop bothering me. I'm done with you guys. And Mara's like, oh, no, you don't understand. This is just the beginning. I'm going to keep coming at you. You're going to keep meditating. And then I'm going to show you something else. You'll meditate again, and then I'm going to show you something else. We're going to keep doing this forever. Oh, man. You don't know what you're getting yourself in. And with that, Mara brings out his next set of demons, and these ones are meaner than the last set. These are the ones that represent our deep-rooted fears. The ones that whisper in our ear and say things like, you can't do this. You're not good enough. You're not beautiful enough. You're not smart enough. Everybody hates you. You're all alone. You're gonna die. And there's nothing you can do about it. Those are the kind of things they were saying. And Siddhartha was sitting there meditating, not even listening to them. And Mara was getting desperate at this point. So he decided to pull out his final trick. And his final trick was to look at Siddhartha and say, listen, if you're really as strong as you say you are, if you really think you're enlightened, then why don't you prove it? You're a fraud. Everyone's going to find out you're a fraud. All these people who follow you are going to be disappointed in you. They're going to be like, dude, what the heck? We thought you were enlightened, but you're not. Like, you're not enlightened at all. You're a total phony. Nobody believes in you. And Siddhartha was just sitting there meditating, and he didn't even respond to that. And Mara was so frustrated at this point that he started yelling and screaming. And he took his staff, and he started poking with it, and he kept poking and poking and poking. And he never stopped poking until Mara was completely exhausted. And when he was completely exhausted, Siddhartha spoke, and he said, Mara, why are you poking me? Like, what's the deal? And Mara looked at him, and he said, I tried everything else. I sent out my demons. I made you angry. I made you sad. I tempted you with pleasure. Nothing worked. So this is all I got left. So what's it going to be? Are you going to admit that you're not enlightened? Or are you going to keep pretending? And Siddhartha looked at him and he said, well, Mara, I'm not enlightened. I'm actually Buddha, which means I'm awake. I know exactly what's going on. And what's going on is that you're pathetic. You tried all these tricks. You sent all these demons at me, and none of it worked. None of it worked because I know S real and I am not attached to anything out here. You think I'm going to be afraid of you or your demons. You think I'm going to be tempted by your beautiful women or your delicious Get real, Mara. You have nothing. You are nothing. You embody everything that prevents us from realizing our own nature. And I feel sorry for you. That's how weak you are. And with that, Mara's army disappeared, and Mara disappeared, and Siddhartha was left alone. And that's how we conquer Mara. We don't run from him. We face him. We see what he's made of, and we laugh at him. We laugh at our cravings, our fears, and our illusions. We don't attach to them. We don't identify with them. We see through them, and we laugh at them. When we do that, that's when we're free. That's when we become Buddha. If you liked this story, you'll probably also like the story of the Buddha's first sermon. Check it out here. Thanks for watching.